All right, I wanted to share a video um, while I'm waiting to pick up my son. And I just wanted to share where I'm at today and just some strategies or new thought patterns that I've gained along the way on this healing journey that has helped me tremendously. It really is just being compassionate, nurturing myself, showing compassion to myself, being kind to myself, at least treating myself as little bit as like I would treat anybody that I loved, right? And like today, I have some negative self chatter going on just because people, you got to get into a journey mindset, not a destination. I think that's where I always thought if I would hear one more sermon, if I had that one scripture, if I got that one prayer time, and those beautiful things did happen and things would lop off. But the reality, it's a journey. And a lot of times you get prayer, but there is skills you need to learn. There is a no you need to learn. Like you need to learn how to say no to things. You need to learn how to take care of yourself and not be so worried or codependent on someone else where their emotions, their things are too much or not too much, but you have to take care of them before you take care of you. That you always have to say yes. You cannot disagree. There's things you've got to learn. There's renewing of the mind, and it's a process. It takes time. It takes as long as it takes. And it's okay that it takes as long as it takes. You are on a journey for the rest of your life. I'm better at things like I thought I had arrived and no longer was a people pleaser. Like I had done it with other people. And then last year with that trip, I realized I am in the height of people pleasing with the person because of the relationship that we have and we was ministry, and it was so tangled with my relationship with God. I was the one toxic in my thinking in that area. So as I took time to heal, my body needed healing and my mind and my emotions needed healing. I examined the relationship. I gave myself a space and a place to examine the relationship, see where, I'm off here. I'm really not thinking properly here. That's probably not healthy. That's probably not normal. And I began to face myself and look at where I truly was. At first, when I found the people pleasing still in me, I was angry. I was so mad. I was like, are you kidding me? But the Lord has shown me and taught me to have a better relationship with myself. I mean, it's absolutely necessary. I mean, if I hate me, how am I going to take care of me? How am I going to even say no? When you don't matter to yourself and you hate yourself, you're never going to give a no that's needed. You're never going to see that your needs matter sometimes more than someone who is, I need you, I need you, I need you. I mean, mothers really, it's hard for, especially young mothers to see that, I gotta take care of myself. So like even today I have some negative self chatter, and there's sometimes I would listen to things and think I was going to arrive one day. But I learned, I've always said it's a journey, but I learned it. It became a way of thinking. It's a journey. It's taking as long as it takes. And when I think I've arrived, I'm going to learn something else. And I think that whole time I took off was I heard today, an emotional sabbatical. I needed to face Jesse. Why are you doing this? It is not just for God. It is for show. It is for that person. It is for you for them to think something or you're getting a need met, feeling accepted. I faced myself, but this time I didn't face myself with hate. I faced myself with compassion. I realized that I was not giving myself compassion. And when I say me, and I'm talking about me, this is my journey, but I'm sharing this with you. Are you giving yourself compassion? Are you, when you make a mistake, are you doing black and white thinking? Black and white thinking, good example, diet. You do really good till Thursday. You have a company pitch in, family dinner, you blow it, right? You just ate it all. Do you face yourself with compassion, or do you do black and white thinking? I can't ever do a diet right. This is why I'm fat. I'm done. I quit. And I had a perfectionist mindset. Never going to be perfectionist in my my home, but I was perfectionist where church was concerned. You would share something with me that said was needed. I'd try to listen to it. I would try to apply it in my own strength. I was worn completely out. I had words of the Lord that was given to me. I tried to work them. I tried to position myself to where that word would work. I tried to do that. And as a matter of fact, there were 2 words that I put on the shelf during this time. I'm still not picking them up. I've chose to let relationship with Jesus flow naturally, flow supernaturally. And I believe that I will do those words by accident better than I ever did on purpose. And because that will help me take the pressure off me and put it back where it belongs on him. He can handle it. I couldn't. Sorry, I'm wiggling around. I'm holding my phone. So I learned how to be. I'm learning how to be. Even here, I didn't even want to make this. Like, who wants to hear you talk about, that negative self-chatter? I've challenged myself. These are the things I'm doing when I feel uncomfortable, when I have to confront somebody, when I actually have to say the truth, like I don't like it. I challenge myself to send the text. I challenge myself to say, hey, whatever on the text. I challenge myself to even be truthful on these messages, to share where I actually stand on tithing, where I actually stand on going to church. And I believe in going to church. And like I said, I am attending somewhere, but I don't have a fear when somebody's in transition and I feel like, I said it in my last video, but I feel like talking to their heart and not ministering, but just listening to where they are. And not just my answer to them is get in church, get in church, get in church. Like, calm down, let them process and let them find a place without the compulsion to answer that, but let God be the lead in that and not us being compulsive, like afraid because they're not in church. Like, anyway, I've been sharing these things not to be controversial, but to be real. I never allowed myself to disagree. If you're a people pleaser, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It is better to be agreeable when you have disagreed, and I have in the past. There's times people dropped off. People didn't just disagree. We're going to agree to disagree. No, they dropped off. You don't hear from them as much. Things like that. Or they just don't talk to you at all. That happens. And that's where I'm looking with the DARE program, where it teaches you with the anxiety and panic. You learn, okay, look at this. When I'm confrontational, and I don't mean starting fights. I would never do that. But like, say you say something and you hurt my feelings. I'm not just going to say, oh, they didn't mean it. I'm going to say, hey, what did you mean by that? I want to ask you, because first of all, I don't want to read into it. And secondly, I'll let you know, yeah, you hurt my feelings. And you don't have to do anything about it. I'm just going to let you know. I'm going to practice that. But with the DARE program, confrontation. As long as that person ain't a nut job, it ain't dangerous. So you look around, you say, is there a bear? Is there a snake? Is there killer bees? Okay, all right. There's not, so I'm going to go ahead and tell them the truth. And I'm practicing that. Even right now, practicing being uncomfortable, feeling kind of icky about myself, but being compassionate, giving myself the grace that I'm telling you that in your journey of healing, give yourself time and space. In the learning, there's skills I'm learning. There's a no, like you, if you're a people pleaser like I was, if you have codependency, there's a no that needs to be said, that you need to learn how to say regularly. You need to learn how to say no regularly. You need to say, no, I don't want to do that. No, I choose not to, whatever. And you be okay with them not being okay, realizing it's not dangerous, and that you sitting how it feels to disappoint somebody, because that's what you're avoiding anyway. You and I that are people pleasers or codependent or black and white thinkers or perfectionists, we don't like to feel these things. I can put my thing back in there. We don't like to feel these things. We don't like to feel being uncomfortable. That's why we say yes. We don't like for that person to be upset with us, so we say yes. We don't like to feel the uncomfortableness of us saying, hey, that bothered me. and them not agreeing and saying what they said was right. So that's the whole journey. It is unlearning what you believe to be dangerous, which is honestly not good for your health. I thought people pleasing, and I've been learning, this is a new thought I'm taking in. People pleasing was loving, like saying yes, being there for people, and some of that, we're all going to people please to a certain degree, because you do things because they asked you to, and it's not detrimental to you, and it's good. But I mean, professional people pleasing, being codependent, never disagreeing. I thought that was loving. Actually found out that's not loving. They've never seen me. They think I like doing that. They think that they don't know it bothered me. I didn't even know it bothered me. I knew I would felt upset. I knew I felt this. I knew I felt that. But I would push those feelings down and keep myself busy, so I never allowed myself to feel it. And sometimes when you go through the little cycles of self-hate or whatever, or you're in a place of just feeling overwhelmed or anxiety, you find ways to numb yourself, whether it's eating, scrolling, keeping busy, because you don't want to feel those things. And it's okay to feel those things. You got to figure out, what am I going to do? And even me taking that sabbatical, I got angry with how I was and all my relationships. And that anger, because I was angry and allowed myself to be angry without the judgment of like, you shouldn't be angry. Oh my gosh. No, don't be angry and sin not. I didn't sin, but I allowed that anger to motivate me. I started, this has got to change. I need boundaries here. I need to say no. I need to be like, I don't know. I need to not, if I don't have an answer, don't give an answer. Don't be quickly to say yes. All those things. And it has been a process that I will learn for the rest of my life. Even these videos, I'm sharing these because I know that people are like me. Not exactly, but I've seen people pleasers. I can see in the mannerisms of people what a people they're people pleasing. I can see it, and fellow people pleasers, we can recognize it. And I want to help if I can with the things I've learned, and to not put pressure on you or to put things that you have to do, but just encourage you to learn new skills, give yourself grace, and practice. Putting yourself in uncomfortable situations, pushing the button to record yourself. For me, that's a big deal, because I hadn't done it for a while, and today I didn't really feel like it. I thought, no, I'm going to make myself do this. I think I need to challenge myself here. And doing it anyway. Telling the person no that needs to be told no. Having that tough conversation that needs to be had. Challenging yourself. Looking for danger. If you don't see it and the anxiety is still ramped up, do it anyway. You are going to train your brain to rewire that pathway of fear, and it takes time, but don't do it to get rid of the fear. Do it like, I'm training my brain. I'm learning a new skill. I'm learning to say no. It's the good things. So you don't want to get in fix-it mentality. I'm fixing myself, because that still tells your brain there's a problem. But if you get into it where I'm learning something, I'm training my brain, it really starts shutting down the fight or flight response in you, or brings it back down to normal, to where you can really make decisions not based in fear, not based in panic, but based in, I want to do that. And that sounds exciting. All right. That's all I wanted to share. I just wanted to share a little bitty tidbit. All right. Thank you.